going to explain how to compare two date-time objects. This is a common task in programming when you need to determine if one event happened before, after, or at the same time as another. We'll cover several ways to do this, focusing on clarity and simplicity. 1. Direct comparison using equality operators. The simplest comparison is checking if two date-time objects represent the exact same point in time. You can use the equality operator isfalsan to see if they're equal, and the inequality operator na to see if they're different. For example, if datetime 1 and datetime 2 are your datetime objects, datetime 1 equals datetime 2 will return true only if both date and time components are identical. Note this is a very precise comparison. Even a single second difference will result in inequality. 2. Comparing dates only. Often, you might only care about the date, ignoring the time component. To do this, you first need to extract the date part from your datetime objects. Most programming languages provide a way to do this, e.g., using a date property or similar. Then you can compare the extracted dates directly using the equality or inequality operators. This allows you to check if two events occurred on the same day, regardless of the time of day. 3. Comparing times only. Similarly, you can compare only the time components of two datetime objects. This would disregard the date and only consider the hours, minutes, seconds, etc. Again, you'll need to extract the time part using language-specific functions, and then compare using the appropriate operators. 4. Checking for before or after. Beyond simple equality, you often need to know if one datetime object represents a point in time before or after another. Most programming languages offer comparison operators like less than and greater than for datetime objects. Time 1 at datetime 2 will return true if datetime 1 is earlier than datetime 2. This allows for a more flexible comparison than just equality. 5. Handling time zones. If your datetime objects represent times in different time zones, you'll need to account for this before comparing them. You might need to convert both to a common time zone, like UTC, before performing any comparisons to ensure accurate results. Failing to do so can lead to incorrect comparisons. 6. Using libraries or frameworks. Many programming languages have dedicated date and time libraries or frameworks that offer more advanced comparison functionalities. These libraries often provide functions for calculating the difference between two datetime objects, e.g., finding the number of days, hours, or minutes between them, which can be useful for determining relative time spans. Explore the date and time libraries in your chosen language for more sophisticated comparison methods and features. These might include functions designed for handling time zones seamlessly. Familiarize yourself with these capabilities as they often simplify common date and time operations.